The first time we have met the Tigers since we beat them 4-0 at the Bridge in the 5th round 2 years ago. Let's hope for the same result tonight. And joining me on Matchday Live is Chelsea Out of the Blue regular Djellab. Olivia Buzaglo even is on social media watch. Is your computer charged?
It is, 82% actually.
Excellent.
Come prepared.
Our eyes and ears at the ground is Matt Davies, Adams and Frank Sinclair. And Claire Rafferty is providing the analysis. Claire, you've made it today.
Hello.
You were ill against Arsenal. First off, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling so much better. I'm excited for today. We're going to bring the energy, bring a bit of vibe.
Feeling a bit nervous as your debut?
So,
No, been there before,
You've
done
played
it.
She's loads of times.
It's what it is. We're going to get a win. It's going to be an interesting day.
Indeed.
Hopefully as exciting as the Arsenal game.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no water spillage, guys, all right?
Yes,
there was a bit of an accident, yes, but there's a late goal that may well happen.
Wow.
Listen, great to have you here, but of course you come here every single day, right? Tell us about your role at the club.
Yeah, so obviously played for Chelsea Women for 11 years, retired last year. And yeah, I'm in the commercial team, partnership manager, so I'm at the Bridge every single day.
And you're part
Can't get used. I don't get used to it. Still, I walk in. As soon as I walk in to see the stadium, I'm still like, oh,
Want to play?
it's pretty amazing.
And you're part of the deal. You helped get the deal with the new sponsor. Tell us a bit about.
Yeah. So my team, that's the role of the team, trying to bring in new partners and sponsors. So yeah, the big.
All very exciting.
Well done.
Then.
Yeah,
What do you reckon? Do you think it's going to look nice on the kit?
I think it's going to sit.
Look, as long as they're bringing money, I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care what it is.
No, I do like it. It's got to look nice.
It's
It's got to look nice because I like. Do you know what? I like our kit this season. You know, when you first saw it, and I was a bit like, oh. But actually, I've grown on it. But there's been a few little, I don't know if they're like leaked pictures of what it could be like.
Yes, I've seen
But I haven't,
those.
I wasn't entirely like, oh, I love it.
How are we going to sit here, guys? So I'm quite aware that I've just seen it. So how are we going to?
The second the game's on, it's
Yes,
all
of course.
I might just
Yes, put your feet up.
Oh,
Relax.
That's a brilliant one. When we're 3-0 up and cruising, that's when it's time for that
That's
one.
what, when we went 2-1 up against Arsenal, that's what you did.
I actually did put my
Put your
legs
feet
up.
up.
I jinxed it. It's my fault. I do apologise.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So you've got some stuff on social.
Yes, reacting to the team news, of course. Alex has said he's not surprised Frank's gone with experience. He wanted to see Billy Gilmore and Lamptey, but he does get it. And he's also looking forward to seeing Tomori again, because obviously we haven't seen him. We had a great start to the season. It's an interesting one. Mason Mount has played a part in 34 out of Chelsea's 35 games this season. So for a 21-year-old, that's massive, physically and mentally, we were saying earlier. And this just sort of a general football account has actually tweeted, Frank Lampard needs to rest Mason Mount. I understand he didn't start this past weekend, but injuries and fatigue have seen his form dip quite a bit. Would you agree with that?
I can see both arguments, really. When you're that age, you can play every single day, every single... I mean,
you don't want to miss out on
were...
do you? You're excited, especially if your confidence is high.
Isn't it a little bit misleading, though? Because not every single minute of every single one of those games...
He might have come on for 10 minutes here and there, but still, for a 21... It's his first season, first proper season.
I really do kind of agree, though, with that, because long-term, if he's overplayed, like you don't want to be getting 5 years down the line, he keeps picking up
the best example was Wayne Rooney, who is he played a lot of minutes when he was 18, 19, 20, and you look at how his career really is kind of ground to a halt. Let's have a look at the team then that Frank has chosen. Zach, I'll come to you. First impressions.
I like it. It's strong. There's a lot of respect there for Hull, and if we don't leave without a win, I think we'll be fairly disappointed. Hudson-odoi playing, I think he's playing on the left, which is the preferred position. Pedro on the right. We've got some good experience.
When we spoke earlier, I was saying to you, wasn't I, about how can we get a 4-2-3-1 into this team, and that could be it.
You know what? The thing is, though, we should have the squad depth to be, no disrespect to Hull at all, but winning quite comfortably. Our second team, if you want to call it the second team, should still have the capability.
Very easily.
I am glad he's gone with experience, because it really does irritate me a little bit when managers play weaker teams and they completely disregard or disrespectful to a cup which is so iconic, and still everyone wants to win the FA Cup. It's such an iconic trophy, and I'm glad he's got experience, but I would also, think he could have mixed it up maybe a little bit more because that is an experienced Premier League side there. Yeah, you've got Mason Mount, but as we said, he's played a lot of games this season. So maybe like Billy Gilmour and Lamptey, and you might have wanted to see him, but we still might. Do you know what I mean? If maybe Lampard's gone, I do not want to lose this game. Yeah. If we go 2-0 up, we might see those youngsters come on at half time, and I think that's the general vibe on social media as well. Is that everyone was happy with he's gone strong. But he also wants to see some of the kids because, and I think we will at some point today.
100%. Ian Maatsen performed really well against Grimsby, so I reckon he'll come on eventually. And I think Billy Gilmour is someone that really, really excites me.
You were talking about this earlier, weren't you?
I think he's a quality player. I've seen some of his highlights for the academy. I think he's really, really good.
Tiny. Isn't we've got such a small... Not that I can talk because I'm tiny.
Messi's like 5'8".
It's not the biggest team in the world.
Yeah, very true.
The squad. In terms of height...
It's small,
Is Marcus...
Yeah, Marcus.
You know, you don't need to be... You don't actually need to be...
Ross...
He's tall, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't need to. I need to be tall, but
set pieces. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's my
game. Yeah,
that's why we're most vulnerable as well. Yeah. So you want. I mean, Zuma's obviously tall enough, but do you know what I mean? But I think this season it's been quite interesting with the back four. Most importantly, the back two. I'm not really sure Frank Lampard knows what his best central defensive partnership is, and you know from playing that's sort of the one position that you want to keep.
Love the rotation of formations and change, switching it up, bringing players in and out. But I always have in my mind that a back four should be as consistent as possible, just from a defensive point of view. When I used to look to my right, I'd be like, I know exactly what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do. And that comes with actually playing. You can train all day against people, you know. And as soon as you get onto that pitch and that environment, you know, all that goes out the window. So.
Indeed.
I think it's slightly different today because it's Hull in the FA Cup. And I think if this is a Premier League game, we are looking at a Reece James at right back and an Azpilicueta at left back. Because I think I think Lampard does know now that that's our best, especially full-backs. Even Azpilicueta on the left is probably our best left back. But so it's slightly different circumstances today. But I fully expect... Do you know what? I expect us to concede, but I fully expect us to win.
That has been the rhetoric this season, hasn't it? Let's go to the KCOM, and as we said, watching there for us is Matt Davis-Adams and Frank Sinclair. Gentlemen, good afternoon or evening, how are we?
Hi Jason, we're all good, thank you. It's they're just dipping the lights. There's going to be some jazzy light show by the looks of it to greet the two teams as they come out. Yeah, it's a decent atmosphere actually. Sell out, first time they've sold out a cup game here since they opened the stadium, so it should be good.
It does to them.
Quick question, boys. 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, you can make a case for both. What have you heard?
Hi Jason, Frank here, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good. Frank, we were just saying there that the team, it could be a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. What have you heard, and from what Frank has chosen, how do you see it?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it, and for me, it looks like a 4-3-3. You know, when you look at the midfield players, Kovacic could possibly play the anchor role with Barkley and Mount ahead of him. I can't really see either Mason Mount or Ross Barkley playing alongside Kovacic. So for me, it looks like a 4-3-3 with one sit-in and two midfielders advanced and joining the attack and trying to be, you know, play on the front foot, etc.
And what about the whole team? What can you tell us about who have we got to look out for in their team? Who's going to cause us some problems?
Yeah, that's obviously a good question. That, you know, there's the lad Jared Bowen who reportedly Newcastle are looking at him today. I think, you know, he'll go into this game going against Premier League opposition. There's no doubt that Newcastle will be watching him tonight, and he'll feel like this is a massive stage for himself, and this could be the decision maker, if you like, whether Newcastle proceed with the transfer. You know, if he plays really well today, maybe scores, and that might be the one that gets him the transfer over the line. So massive game for him. But in general, the stadium's full, which you don't get here very often now, and you know, they look like the fans will be up for it. We're hopefully looking for an upset from themselves.
Tom Eaves is the other one to look out for, guys. He's not like anybody that Chelsea will have faced this season. Big lump of a striker, really good with his back to goal. Got a hat-trick in round 3, but it's something that certainly Kurt Zouma won't have played against much, I don't think. Fikayo Tomori might have faced similar in the Championship last season. But if Eves is on it, which he has been on occasion since he joined in the summer, he will be a nuisance.
Do you think Hull are going to fancy themselves today? Looking at how inconsistent Chelsea have been, and it's not the strongest Chelsea 11 that we've seen, do you think Hull are going to fancy themselves?
I think they'll back themselves to put in a performance. Whether it's good enough to beat Chelsea, I'm not sure. I mean, they're kind of on the fringes of the playoff places, 7 points off. They'd have to go some to break into the top 6, but obviously that will be their priority. But I think in terms of fancying themselves, it's tough to do that against a Chelsea team who've been so good away from home.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, Matt, this is what the FA Cup's all about. It's a one-off game. Certainly, I hope Chelsea will be looking at this and thinking we can't afford to have a replay, coming up with the winter break, etc. So they'll definitely want this to be a one-off game. But in Hull's perspective, it's a massive game, and over 90 minutes, any team, there will be upsets today, guaranteed. And Hull will be thinking to themselves, why not be us? Why can't we forge an upset?
Frank, how important do you think the performance is from Chelsea today?
Well, we need a bit of confidence throughout the side, 100%. Whether it be in the league or the FA Cup, winning games breeds confidence, as you well know. So, for them, I think it's important individually for a few players. When you look at players that are coming back into the team, the centre-half partnership of Tomori and Zuma, not played together as a pair for a while, obviously, was a big part of the success at the beginning of the season. I think they'll have a point to prove to the manager. Mason Mount's been out of the side recently. He'll have a point to prove to the manager. And obviously Batshuayi, with Tammy Abraham having a slight injury at the moment, he'll be looking at this as, this is my opportunity now. I might get a run of 1 or 2 or 3 games. Can I show the manager that he can trust me as well?
Boys, listen, thank you very much. Of course, we said they're your eyes and ears at the KCOM, and anything that goes on, whether we've seen or whether it's an injury, a player that we haven't, they will be able to tell us exactly what's going on. Let's have a look at what has already taken place over this FA Cup weekend. There was, of course, a game last night. There's been a lot of games today as well. The early kick-off today, Leicester managed to beat Brentford 1-0. Early goal there. Norwich were leading 2-0 and beat Burnley 2-1. You didn't see that coming?
I didn't see that coming, but I also feel like that's the worst thing probably that happened to Norwich, because you don't like
another round of FA Cup.
I know it's, but would they prioritise staying in the Premier League and playing less games? Probably. You never know.
You can make an argument for both. A rather weird scenario of Coventry City playing at the home ground of Birmingham City, and Birmingham City with the away team. That was a draw. They've got to do that again. And the weird scenario now, anyway, you understand it. Sheffield United beat Millwall 2-0.
Wait, what happened?
So Coventry share with Birmingham.
Yeah.
They use their grounds St Andrews, and they were the away team Birmingham tonight. And anyway, they've got to do that again, just to really confuse everyone. Portsmouth bumped off Barnsley. Newcastle drew with Oxford. That's going to be an issue to replay. Reading have got to do it again with Cardiff. Southampton got a late equaliser against Spurs. We were celebrating that.
Great for them. Replays, obviously. Spurs don't want that. It's perfect for us. Scored in the 87th minute, which was nice. Mourinho will be going mental.
He will. And just finally, the shock there, West Bromwich Albion beat West Ham. Right.
West Bromwich Albion's reserves as well.
Again, yes.
It wasn't even their first team.
I do wonder, though, whether West Ham will be happy, like a little bit like Norwich, whether they'll be
actually,
they got bigger fish to fry. We need predictions.
You're going first. Who's your prediction?
2-1 Chelsea. OK? 2-1 Chelsea.
Going to concede?
Right, I'm up 3-1. Definitely going to concede.
3-1's a good score,
I think we might concede first as well. I've got a feeling.
Do you know what would be interesting if we do concede first, to see how then we react to that, because we haven't actually reacted that well from going behind the scene, have we?
No, there's been 1 or 2 times that's happened.
Yeah, and I don't ever feel that confident whenever we concede early.
I'd rather just not concede at all. I'm going 3-0. 3-0.
Wow.
Just not concede,
Bold.
Easy.
Bullish.
Done.
Zach.
Talking about conceding, I've actually gone 2-0. So I think my heart's telling me that we're probably going to see. My head's like, go. I just want to.
We've all gone for Chelsea win though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think it'll be really disappointing if we lose.
I think it would be a bit of a disaster. I know that sounds dramatic, but
it'll be a bad result. Look, don't forget, after what's happened against Newcastle and conceding 2 late goals, which has stopped us picking up at least a draw at Newcastle and should have been 3 points.
Yeah.
So even if we go into the last stage, I mean, we're going to be so. If there is 1 goal in it, I can see TVs being kicked everywhere. If there is a goal scored.
Sorry, I promise I won't. I
think the dangerous.
Well, I'll try not to.
The dangerous element of it is if the game goes on and we haven't scored yet, and they
just
sit
pressure,
deeper and deeper.
Especially
struggle to break teams down.
All over the top and it starts getting a bit more physical.
Right, and you're watching on the Fifth Stand Up, but on elsewhere, you can make sure you check out the box sets. There's a whole host of goodies for you to enjoy.
It was fun because Real Madrid expected to walk away with a trophy, but obviously we weren't prepared to do that.
If somebody gets kicks, go there immediately with 4 or 5 players, making a fuss, he gets a yellow card, and then it's finished with him.
Pele came, kissed me, you know, and say, Frank, you know, when I see you playing, I feel good. And Ruud Gullit say, pretty good day for you, my man? I said, yeah, lovely boy.
Lovely boy.
Lovely boy.
I should not be in that position. And I was there because I said, we have to come back. I closed the eyes and he went in.
Now, this is where we say goodbye to all of you viewers on Facebook. Remember, if you want to carry on watching, then all you need to do is download the Fifth Stand app.